For our second example, we'll focus on subtracting. So our example is 3x plus 8 minus 3x minus 5. So I've already added the note. I want to add a line and change the sign. So as I said before, I like focusing on addition because it shows me where my positive and negative numbers are. It'll help me not dropping a negative in the future. So right here, I have a negative sign, so I'm going to add a line, change the sign, add a line, change the sign. And so I'll rewrite that. So I have a polynomial 3x plus 8, and then I have plus a negative polynomial 3x plus negative 5, and I'm ready to go. So our first step is to rewrite. So I have a positive outside of this polynomial, which, as we remember from our last problem, means I can just drop those parentheses. So I'm going to rewrite 3x plus 8. But wait, I have a negative outside of this, and not a positive. So what does that mean for us? What is hiding between that negative sign and our polynomial in parentheses there? A 1. So I'm thinking of a property that I can use to help me be able to rewrite that. Right? So it's our distributive property. So I'll have negative 1 times 3x and negative 1 times negative 5. So let's write that down, negative 1 times 3x, and we'll do plus negative 1 times negative 5. So negative 1 times 3x is negative 3x, plus negative 1 times negative 5, which, if I do my friend Just David here, our friend Just David, if we don't know, is our helpful math buddy for multiplication and division, and he helps us know if our answer will be positive or negative based on what numbers are in our problem. So I have a negative 1, and if I used this in real life, I would just cover it up, but since I am on this paper on a video, I'm going to draw them in, and a negative 5. And so after you see what's covered up, that's what your answer is going to be. So negative 1 times negative 5 is going to be positive, and it's going to be a positive 5. Right? So when I rewrite that, I can write plus negative 3x and plus 5. So now I need to identify and group like terms. So let's identify our like terms. So our first term we have here is an x. Do we have any other ones like that? Right, our negative 3x. And our second term is 8, so that's a constant. Do we have any other constants? Yeah, 5. Perfect. So now we have to group them. And remember, this is our associative property. So we can rearrange those and they will still be equal. So let's group them together. 3x plus negative 3x, and then plus 8 and plus 5. So now we can combine them. So we have 3 plus negative 3. When we add those coefficients together, what do we get? 0. And 8 plus 5, 13. And what's 0 times x? Remember, there's that hidden multiplication. 0. So we have 0 plus 13. And what's 0 plus anything? Itself. So in this case, we actually have a constant as our answer to the subtraction problem.